Do you ever feel like something's off in your life? Like, no matter what you do, there's this nagging feeling that something's missing? Maybe it's that job that looked perfect on paper, but doesn't feel quite right. Or those moments when you're scrolling on your phone thinking, is this really it? Don't worry, you're not alone. We've all been there. That feeling? It's not random. It's like your soul is waving a flag, saying, hey, pay attention. You might be out of sync with something bigger, something way more powerful. And that something is the universal energy of God. Now, before you think this is just another talk about meditation and crystals, let me tell you, this is deeper. It's about finding a real connection with God's energy, a force that's already there, waiting for you. If you've been wondering what's holding you back and how to feel aligned with your purpose, grab a coffee, sit back, and let's dive in. Have you ever felt stuck, like you're on a treadmill, moving but not really going anywhere? Or maybe you've felt this weird void that no amount of success, relationships, or even comfort food seems to fill. It's frustrating, isn't it? And maybe you've tried to fix it. You read the self-help books, listen to the podcasts, told yourself, this is my year. And yet, here you are, still feeling off. That ache for something more, it's not just in your head. It's a spiritual signal, a reminder that you've drifted from the divine energy of God. When we're disconnected from that energy, life feels harder, like trying to swim upstream with no end in sight. But when we're aligned, life doesn't magically become perfect, but it flows. You feel lighter, and suddenly those things that seemed impossible feel possible. That nagging feeling you've been carrying isn't there to annoy you. It's a signal, like your car's dashboard light saying, time to check in. What needs attention is your connection to God's universal energy. This isn't about forcing positivity or pretending problems don't exist. It's about realigning yourself with the energy that flows from God, the source of everything. When you do, life starts to make sense. Doors open. Peace becomes your default. Challenges still come, but now you see purpose in them. Today we'll explore how to recognize when you're out of sync, how to reconnect with God's energy, and what happens when you do. By the end, you'll have practical tools to start feeling more connected, more alive, and more in tune with the life God created for you. When we're out of sync, life sends us signals. Maybe you're constantly overwhelmed, or you wake up tired no matter how much sleep you get. Maybe you keep second-guessing yourself, or there's this quiet voice whispering, this isn't it. These aren't random. They're God's way of nudging you to pause and realign. Step 1, recognize the signs. Ask yourself, do you feel peace? Or are you always chasing something just out of reach? These questions help you tune into what's missing. The next step is reconnecting through prayer. Not just reciting words, but real, honest conversations with God. Imagine catching up with an old friend. You share, you listen, and suddenly, things feel clearer. Sometimes answers come as a gut feeling, a song, or even something funny your kid says. Pay attention, they're all God's whispers. Then, live authentically. Stop squeezing yourself into molds that don't fit. Every time you do, it creates resistance that blocks God's energy. But when you make choices aligned with who you truly are, life feels less like a struggle and more like a dance. Gratitude is another powerful key. It's not just about manners, it's about shifting your heart to see what's already good. Take a moment right now. What's one thing you're grateful for? Say it out loud. That's God's energy flowing in you. Finally, make space. Turn off the noise and be still. God's energy doesn't compete for attention, it's always there, waiting for you to notice. Whether it's through prayer, a walk in nature, or just sitting in silence, this space lets you feel His presence. When you take these steps, you start to realign. Life doesn't change overnight, but it shifts. You feel the flow of God's love and purpose guiding you. And guess what? You're capable of this. When you align with God's energy, life becomes clearer. Even challenges become stepping stones toward growth. Think about it. How often have you gone through something tough, only to look back later and realize it prepared you for something greater? That's alignment at work. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't need all the answers today. Alignment is a process, a dance of small steps. Maybe today it's a quiet prayer or letting go of something heavy. Whatever it is, trust that God meets you where you are. As you walk this journey, you'll start to notice something incredible. Your alignment doesn't just change your life, it inspires others. Your peace, gratitude, and authenticity ripple outward, touching everyone around you. So take that step. Open your heart, trust God's energy, and let Him guide you. You're not alone. God is with you every step of the way, waiting for you to realign with the purpose and peace He created you for. And as you take these steps, don't be surprised if things start to shift in unexpected ways. You might notice small moments of clarity, like finally understanding why a door closed or why a certain challenge kept appearing in your life. You may even find yourself drawn to people, opportunities, or ideas that feel perfectly aligned with where you're meant to go. But here's the really beautiful part. Alignment isn't about achieving some grand destination. It's about the day-to-day choices, the little moments when you choose faith over fear, gratitude over frustration, and authenticity over fitting in. It's in those moments that you feel God's energy the most, lifting you up, guiding your steps, and giving you the strength to keep moving forward. Let me remind you of this. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to figure everything out in one day. Alignment is a process, one that starts with a single decision to invite God's presence into your life and trust that His energy will guide you. Take time to reflect. What's one thing you can do today to create space for that connection? Maybe it's a quiet moment in prayer, letting go of a grudge, or simply being honest with yourself about where you feel stuck. Whatever it is, know that even the smallest steps can lead to incredible transformations. And remember, alignment with God's energy isn't just about what you'll receive, it's about what you'll become. You'll start to embody peace, resilience, and love in ways that not only transform your life, but also inspire those around you. The world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more people who are aligned with the divine energy of God, living out their purpose authentically and courageously. So take that step. Open your heart, trust in God's energy, and let it guide you. You don't have to do this alone. God is always with you, ready to meet you right where you are, no matter how far you feel you've strayed. This is your time to reconnect, realign, and rediscover the life you were meant to live. Let's take this journey together, one step at a time. You're ready for this, and God's energy is waiting for you. As you walk this journey, give yourself grace. There will be days when you feel deeply connected, like you're in perfect harmony with God's energy. And then there will be days when you feel out of sync, questioning everything. That's normal. Growth isn't a straight line, it's a dance, sometimes forward, sometimes back, but always moving towards something greater. Here's something to keep in mind. Alignment with God's energy isn't about doing it all perfectly. It's about showing up. It's about being willing to pause in the middle of the chaos and say, God, I'm here, show me the way. That simple act of surrender can open doors you never even knew existed. You don't need to have a dramatic breakthrough to start feeling the shift. Sometimes, it's in the smallest moments, the peace you feel during a quiet prayer, the clarity that comes when you let go of control, or the joy of noticing a blessing you might have overlooked. Those moments are proof that you're aligning, that God's energy is flowing through you. And here's the best part. When you align with God's energy, you're not just changing your internal world, you're impacting the world around you. Your peace becomes a source of calm for others. Your authenticity inspires people to live their truth. Your gratitude creates ripples of positivity that touch everyone you meet. It's like a domino effect, and it all starts with you. So, as we wrap up, take a moment to reflect. What is one step you can take right now to realign with God's energy? Maybe it's as simple as turning off distractions for a few minutes to sit in silence. Maybe it's journaling a prayer or starting your day with gratitude. Whatever it is, trust that God meets you in those moments and works through them. And don't forget, this journey isn't about reaching a finish line. It's about living in alignment, moment by moment, and trusting that God's energy is always there and to guide, sustain, and uplift you. You were made for this. You were created to live a life full of purpose, connection, and divine energy. Now it's your turn to take that first step. Open your heart, embrace the journey, and watch how aligning with God's energy can transform your life in ways you never imagined. You've got this, and you're never alone. God is with you every step of the way. Let's walk this path together.